to this choice, right? We all have at this moment.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I've been trying to, again, like talking about empathy and radical empathy. I think people, and that's you know, when you're like kind of in survival mode, as long as it doesn't touch you, you kind of go, I'm still okay, I'm still okay, I'm still okay, right? But right now, I feel it's getting closer and closer and closer. I'm talking about fascism. I'm talking about the fact that white people that had felt until now kind of protected are now being arrested just simply because they asked for an end of the massacre. You know, the US, they're being kidnapped in the streets.
Yeah.
So it's getting closer, and the question we'll all have to answer as well at one point, when it's going to come to us and we're going to expect solidarity from our peers, you know, the fact that we didn't do anything when it came to Gaza might haunt us at this moment, you know. So I think there's this choice. When you have clarity and moral clarity, what do you do with it? And I think you have been one of the, you know, the most outspoken people over the last 18 months. And I mean, you're not alone. You know, you're saying, like, you know, obviously there should have been a lot more people, but you're not alone. But I think, I don't know what you think. Like, do you think people, in a way, you know, when you talk about people's legacy, do you think people in 50 years will, you know, do you think like really famous actors will be reminded of because they were famous actors, or because of the political stance they took at some point?
I mean, in my head, the latter, but I mean, I do like the fact that the whole celebrity culture has also fallen off its pedestal in my vision, and also for myself. You know, I don't find this profession sacred at all, or, you know, of course there's beauty in art, and of course my profession matters, and, you know, we can tell stories, and it has a power. But what is that power worth if real life is not bringing you to? I cannot rhyme that in my head. But the fact that but then again, you know, you get on the other side of the algorithm, and there's still so much worshipping and bullshit. So I don't know if that's our bubble thinking that at some point they will be remembered for not speaking up. I don't know. I've been really passive aggressively sometimes posted on people's platforms. I couldn't help myself, and then, you know, it's a constant struggle of how elegant am I in this, you know. And sometimes, again, like I post 25 times a day, and then sometimes I'm like, it's all about, you know, what would love do, what would love do, what would love do, you know. But I also remember one time a famous actress who posted something about like a year and a half ago. It was, or yeah, a bit more than a year ago. It was a quiet January, or it was a chill January, and I just had to answer, like, was it? And I know that's, you know, I don't want to get into that sort of online commenting world, but sometimes I couldn't keep my frustrations with me. And, you know, the thing that also is really, again, like, where is the eagerness to learn at this point? Don't you want to know? Don't you want to know what's going on? And again, like, I sound a bit hypocritical, because before 3 years ago, I was in my own bubble. I didn't really read the newspapers. Politics is too complicated, you know. But I feel like at this point, it's at your doorstep. And the selective activism, you know, people that then, if it's about queer rights, they all of a sudden they get up, a friend of mine, and you're like, look, don't you see that it's all connected? Why? Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously get the frustration, and I think that's what Gaza has done, unfortunately, comes with hundreds of thousands of people dead, including an incredibly high number of children, and it comes. But I think Gaza has. I really do think there'll be a before and after the Gaza genocide, and it's as you were saying at the beginning of the conversation, it's opened people's mind and people's eyes, about what's happening in Palestine, and then millions of people have changed, and I think they need to see that it's completely interconnected to everything else that is happening, and but thank you, Carice, for being one of these really powerful voice for the people, and for humanity. So yeah. I mean, I can't. Thanks again.
It's not like I can't stop. I can't stop.
I mean, we cannot stop until it ends, and I don't know what it is, but we know the Gaza genocide won't be the end of suffering and horrible stuff happening around the world, but we don't really have much of a choice, I think, once we know, anyway.
No, I know. And is there something else I just want to say? I keep thinking about that clip where Edward Said says something about the acknowledgement, that the healing also for small things, small trauma, small little things, the acknowledgement, that's where it starts. And if that's not even given, the Nakba is not even acknowledged. So how? Yeah. It's that again. I don't know. I don't have the answers either. But that's a video I come back to often.
Yeah, well, the Edward Said video when he talks about
him. I find him so powerful and so clear. And there's so many clear people. There's so many beautiful, smart, amazing people telling the truth. And that's the thing that I worry about a little bit. That by now, people who have not spoken up or who have not been engaged will cramp even more because they're so late and they have to get on board at some point. So of course it's like, as we say, a cat in it now is like a cat who is in the corner will make weird jumps,
I completely agree. But I think again, it's better late than never, right?
Yes, of course. We invite them in. We don't.
Of course.
Pull them out. We invite them in. That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah. People are on a journey, through life, and every person's got a different journey. For some people, it's very linear, and like yourself, once you felt like you knew about Gaza, there was no way back and no way you were going to shut up. Some other people, for one reason or another, just find it harder, but I think they might get there one day, and we need to welcome them, with us. So
every time someone speaks out, I'm like, oh, thank God.
Hallelujah.
Hannah Einbender the other day, that great speech. That's like a gift. You're like, thank God. Yeah.
Thanks, Carice.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks. See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.